South Coast Financial Services presents Self-Defense Money Smart Series, Part 1 Overview. What is financial self-defense? It starts with knowing where your money is going. It is getting control of your debt, making sure your family is protected, planning for your future goals and dreams. First step to being money smart is to take control. So let's see what you cannot control. The future of government pensions, taxes, inflation. Now let's look at what you can control. Saving for your emergencies, retirement, children's education, your debt, protecting your family's future. So what are the keys to taking control? First, it is protecting your family income. Next, avoid credit traps. Adjust your priorities, that is, some people need to have the latest cell phone, for example. Their old one works fine, but getting a new one is what they want so they can take a slightly better picture. Why, since there is nothing wrong with the current one? Change or adjust your lifestyle. You need to remember to pay yourself first, which means that you should be saving 10% of your take-home pay. If you cannot due to some budget constraints, then save what you can. Just remember, you need to start saving now for your future. Correctly align your assets. And most important, you need to set goals and have a financial plan that will allow you to reach your future goals and dreams. At South Coast Financial Services, we look at your financial self-defense as a house. Our house has 5 levels in it. We start with the foundation, which is income protection. Next is debt management, followed by saving management. Lastly, by following the plan, you should be able to reach your goals and dreams. To top it off is our financial goals analysis, which provides the protection for the balance of the house. So now let's look at each portion of the house. As with a house, you need a strong foundation, and without one the house may collapse. The same applies here. Our foundation is income protection. Protect your family income. Ask yourself a few questions. How much is your car worth? Probably quite a bit of money. Do you insure it? The answer is yes, it's a requirement to have insurance to drive it on the road. Now, how much is your house worth? A lot more than your car. Do you insure it? Again, the answer is probably yes. How much is your life worth? Probably a lot more than your car or house. You should insure it. Your family rely. Some common questions on life insurance. Why insure your life? It protects your family in case of premature death and can act as substitute income so the family can carry on. How much insurance do I need? There are several factors to consider. Pay final expenses, pay off debt, children's education. How long is the income replacement? So what are the types of life insurance? There is whole life and term insurance. Whole life insurance typically has a higher premium than term insurance. Whole life insurance includes an investment component, while term insurance has no investment component. It is strictly life insurance. With whole life insurance, on death you don't get both the insurance and cash value of investment in the majority of policies, while term insurance is pure death protection. With whole life insurance, to access the investment, you either borrow your money and pay back with interest or cancel the policy, leaving you with no insurance. And in term insurance, your insurance and investments are separate from each other. What do others say about life insurance? Buy term insurance and invest the difference. This way you have control over both. In her book The Road to Wealth, Susie Orman says, I strongly believe that term is the best insurance for the vast majority of people, and it literally costs a fraction of the other forms of life insurance. Likewise, in The Wealthy Barber and The Wealthy Barber Returns by David Chilton, he recommends the buy term and invest the difference as well. Another important type of insurance is disability insurance. So why do I need disability insurance? I have disability insurance with my work. I really don't need more than that. They are looking after me. How long is your income protected and who controls your return to work? There are several factors to consider. How long does the group plan cover you? Is it your doctor or the company's doctor that says you return to work? Are you covered for accidents outside work related? The last but equally important area is wills and powers of attorney. What is the importance of a will? First, you have peace of mind your wishes will be carried out at death. People ask, is a handwritten or will kit okay? The answer is yes. But if anyone questions your handwritten will, it can be tied up in court. But a notarized will by a lawyer says things were done correctly and legally. What is importance of powers of attorney? Again, you have peace of mind your wishes will be followed through with by an alternate decision maker for you. The main purpose is that if you can no longer make decisions on your own your financial obligations will be looked after, and the medical power of attorney authorizes your power of attorney to have you taken off life support systems. Doctors are obligated by the oath they took to do anything possible to keep you alive. So make sure your power of attorney knows your wishes regarding being taken off life support. They have the power to have it done. Here is a cute cartoon. The wife says we should talk about our final expenses so the kids aren't burdened with it. The husband responds, why should we care? That will be their problem. To that the wife responds, right. Well, at least we talked about it. The cartoon may be funny, but it is serious as well. Don't just talk about it, do something about it. So let's look at the ground floor. Debt management. First thing with debt management is to adjust your priorities. Ask yourself, do you really need what you are purchasing or is it a nice to have? Spending more than you have does not create happiness, it creates debt which in turn creates misery. Paying cash may delay your happiness, but you know you are living within your means. Today on average Canadians spend $1.65 for every dollar earned. Remember, it's not what you make, it's what you keep. You also need to adjust your lifestyle. Define what needs are and what wants are. A need is something you can't live without, like food, shelter, clothes, etc. A want is something you don't really need, like going out for a steak dinner, buying a fancy car. It's not easy but takes discipline to refrain from just going and charging the wants rather than paying cash. Here is another cute cartoon. As you can see, the boy has a bit of a dilemma. Should he eat what he needs, the apple, or go for the stack of cookies? Remember, you need to focus on your needs and not your want. Avoid credit traps. Credit cards have their place, they are convenient, but can be disastrous if not used properly. If used correctly, you pay off your full balance each month and avoid high interest charges, typically from 19% to 29%. By paying your credit cards off monthly, you keep your credit rate in good standing. Here is a credit trap example. You make a $3,000 purchase on your credit card. How long will it take to pay off the debt assuming no other purchase? Assume the annual interest rate of 18% and minimum payments of 3.5% or $20, whichever is greater. It will take 10 years, and here is the bottom line. The purchase was $3,000, plus the interest of $2,002, means you really paid $5,002 for that purchase. 10 years. Revolving debt versus fixed debt. Revolving debt, which is credit cards or lines of credit. With revolving debt, the interest compounds daily. So for a $17,000 L credit card charge with 18% interest rate, the payment is $595 per month. This means that in 17 years and month it will be paid off and you will have paid $12,000 in interest. Now fixed debt is made up bank loans and mortgages. With fixed debt, the interest compounds monthly. So for that same $17,000 bank loan at 18% with a monthly payment of $595 per month, it will take 3 years 2 months to pay it off with $5,370 paid in interest. As you can see, fixed debt is less expensive. Don't get sucked into the debt factor. Now we are ready to move up a floor and look at savings management. Remember, we said you need to pay yourself first. This means contributing monthly to your savings, if possible 10% of your take-home earnings. There are several savings types. In a TFSA for an emergency fund, short and long-term savings, in a RRSP for retirement, or in a registered education savings plan for children's education. Even small contributions can grow to large sums of money with a good rate of return. You have to look after your future, no one is going to do it for you. You need to correctly align your assets. This means you need to make sure you are getting the most value for your savings and investments. GICs are not giving you the best value. You are getting around 2% on your investments. Inflation rates are higher than this, so in reality you are losing money. The stock market is very hard to diversify, all your eggs are in one basket. If a company you invested goes under, you lose everything. An example from the past is Nortel, which was considered a blue chip stock but the company went bankrupt. You can use mutual funds for your investment. They are spread across multiple companies' stocks, giving you a diversified portfolio. The value of the combined stocks in the fund goes up and down with the stock market. Segregated funds are very similar to mutual funds, but they have guarantees at maturity or death. They bypass probate. They are creditor protected. And they have reset options, which includes the growth part of the guarantee. Even small contributions can grow to large sums of money with a good rate of return. So when should I start investing? Let's look at the cost of waiting. If you started putting away $100 per month at 10%, you can see that at age 25 you would have $637,680. While if you started at 40 you would have only $133,790, which means you lost the opportunity of $503,890 by waiting 15 years. So the answer is you should start as soon as possible. So don't wait to the last minute like these people to see if you have enough to retire. You are now at the top floor. What would you include in your goals and dreams? You may want to retire early. Do you know your financial independence number you need to reach the goal? You want to ensure your family is looked after should one of the breadwinners have an untimely death. Do you know how much life insurance you really need? You don't want to be paying high interest rates on credit cards. Do you have a plan to be debt-free? We are now at the roof which protects our house. This is our financial goals analysis. How many people do you have looking after your financial goals? Many people have several. One for investments, one for retirement plans, one for other investments, and so on. The question is, how can that many people provide you a comprehensive plan? The answer is they can't. At South Coast Financial Services, our financial goals analysis will provide you the answers. It's complimentary, confidential, personal to your situation and needs. It covers all aspects of your financial. We know not everything can be done immediately. We help you prioritize areas of improvement and recommend to start with what's important and what you can afford. It's never too late to work on the other items. Our financial goals analysis is a living, breathing document tailored to your needs. Our goal is to help mentor and guide you to financial goals. Contact us to book your financial goals analysis. Our phone number is 519-900-6721. You can email us at info@teamscfs.ca. And our website is www.southcoastfinancialservices.ca. South Coast Financial Services would like to thank you for taking the time to watch our Smart Money Overview video. In addition to this video, we have Smart Money videos on each level of the financial house. These videos contain more detailed information on each level of the house. We hope that you watch these videos as well in the areas you are most interested in. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to. Our disclaimer. This presentation is for informational and educational purposes only. Any resemblance to people or facts and situations is purely coincidental. South Coast Financial Services provides this data in good faith and shall in no event be liable for incorrect results, any lost profits and special, incorrect and consequential damages to any party, arising out of or in connection with the use or the inability to use the data thereon or the services provided. South Coast Financial Services shall not be held liable for any third party's interpretation of the data provided. About the video. The graphics and text for the video were created by South Coast Financial Services. The voiceover and actual video were created by Norfolk Business Solutions. You can visit them at www.norfolkbusiness